Salina. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and rule.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good. We can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now. And I got a feeling, babe. Yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spending the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Hello. I hope everybody is doing well. I really had some things on my mind. I wanted to talk about. I don't know what is kind of going on with the world. What's going on with people now in this day and time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But the reason why I thought about this particular title because hey Captain Wolf, thank you. As I go about on this platform, I personally do a lot of self-reflection. Again, I'm not perfect, but it seems like you'll have some people to still try to paint me as somebody that's trying to be perfect. I'm just a person just like anybody else that has some issues. I have some flaws just like anybody else. I'm not exempt from some of the bad behaviors that other people have. But I think what sets some people apart than others is they recognize when enough is enough. And a lot of the times when you see people doing certain things on social media, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever type of social media platform, and hey CP3, they're going through different emotions. They're coming off like an emotional basket case. They are overwhelmed with a lot of things that they are hearing and they're dealing with on social media. As my brother Will Allen would say, you need to log off. There's a few things that I've learned being on here when I would take breaks. Sometimes you guys wouldn't see me for a few days. Sometimes you guys wouldn't see me maybe for almost a week. Because I understand that you definitely on any type of social media platform, especially if you're a creator of your own, you need some time, some personal time to yourself. You need you really need a social life. Basically you just need a life where your life is not consumed with what people are doing and what people are saying. If I did not have let me turn my phone off because I as I see some messages, and let me turn it off. When you see that it is overwhelming to you to the point to where you almost want to go catch a flight, get on a bus, drive your car to whatever state that these people are in, even if they're in the same location that you are, you definitely need to log off. I take breaks, and it will be wise if some people that see themselves getting out of their cells, coming out of their body, to take breaks as well. Another thing that I've learned, social media is not for everyone. Everyone is not meant to have a platform. Everyone does not have the temperament to be on social media. Everyone does not have the tolerance to be on social media. And hey, Rachel, how are you doing? So when you know those things about yourself, and I always go back to the quote, William Shakespeare, "To thy own self be true." You have to really know who you are and recognize where you are, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And some things you just have to take a break from. And some things you just have to log off completely. When I feel those times where I really want to do something, or I really want to do something that would maybe cause me to be in prison or in jail or ruin my reputation, I take some time to myself. I enjoy my family. I enjoy my friends. If I'm dating someone, I'm enjoying dealing with that person. But I definitely have to have those days and those times where I take some time away from social media. Forget about the likes, forget about the views, forget about voicing. Hey D, how are you? Good to see you. About voicing my opinion. I just take a break. It's one thing that I will say that I've seen that kind of bothers me. It really makes me sad. I think it's because I have a huge family on both sides, right? Now, every family has their dysfunctions. And I have a few family members on here that are content creators that I won't say who they are because I don't want people harassing them. And to me, I wouldn't let any social media interfere with my family. Again, every family has their dysfunction. Every family has some crazy cousins, some lying cousins, some lying aunties, some lying mamas and daddies. I mean, we're dealing with people at the end of the day. Hey, Uncle L, how are you? And I just feel like a lot of the times especially I'm talking about me because I'm a Black person, African American, whatever you want to call it. We allow social media, we allow people getting in our ears to cause conflict when there doesn't need to be. You have to know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with unseen entities on here, people that you will never see, you will never meet. They have so much to say, they have so much to stir the pot about, and it's not even their situation. So you have to be careful. Make sure that you're listening to people that's actually trying to de-escalate the situation rather than stir it up. If you know your temperament is you about to go and see somebody, you are about that life, you really don't care, you on the edge, anybody can get it, you don't need to be on social media. And if you are going to stay on there, you need to take some breaks from social media. Again, I repeat it over and over and over again. Social media is not for everyone. I have some cousins that are in their 30s, 20s, 40s. They do not get on social media. They don't even have an account on Facebook because they know they ignorant. Like, not ignorant, they're ignorant. They the kind of people, I got kin folks that will come and see you. They don't care about nothing. They don't have no boundaries. You speak on them, they mama, they daddy, they family, they coming to see you, right? So they know themselves. And when you know yourself, you understand your limits. You don't go beyond that because you know where it could take you. How many stories have we seen where people have spoke on people and those people didn't see it coming and those people found those folks and they unalived them? How many stories? It seems to me that people never get it. They see it, but they think, oh, it's not me. It'll never happen to me. I don't take it that seriously. But you don't know if the other person takes it that seriously. You don't know if that other person is emotionally unhinged. You don't know if that other person is really on the edge and they just don't care and they'll take themselves and everybody else with them. So I don't understand why people don't understand that there are limits and boundaries and on how far you should go on certain things. I have seen people that I would say hey Philly, content creators, subscribers that started out a different way. And in the middle of them being on here, they turn into a monster. You can't even recognize them because they're totally different people. Or is what really that, what was in them, did it just really just come out? See, for me, when people be surprised, I said, I don't know why you surprised if I react a certain way that maybe not be classy or maybe not be as you would think Christian like. Why? Because that's in me too. Whatever my past was, whatever I am trying to control, that's in me. So whatever's in you, it's going to come out. Whatever. Right? But since I know that about myself, and since I understand the people that I'm dealing with, since I understand that social media is a whole bunch of people that are faceless. Hey, I said what I said. That are faceless, that like to troll, that like to destroy, that like to stir up stuff. Since I already know that, I have to play it right. I have to play the game right. I have to know when to back away. I have to know when to log off. I have to know when it's time for me to go and do something fun with people I actually love and like. You have to have a personal life when you're on the social media. You have to have boundaries. You can't allow yourself to be overly consumed, because if you get overly consumed, and when I feel myself about and somebody or something is just it's working my nerves, I know then pause, move around, and do something else. The reason why I know that, because I know that if I don't do it, I'm going to allow a person to control me, like I said before, like a puppet. A lot of times, people in social media set traps for you to respond. They want you to come out of hiding so that they can get that attention and get that energy from you. So when you already know that, when you already see it, don't be so dumb to fall right into it. The problem that I see with people, and even with myself, sometimes we smart enough to see it right in front of us and we still walk into it and then say shit happens. Yeah, it happens, all right. And you walked right into it, all covered up on it. It's all covered on you, right? It's some things is avoidable. Like you don't have to go into certain things. You don't have to deal with certain people. It's all about you as a person and how you move, what you're are willing to allow, what you're willing to just say, it ain't worth it. Let me just go on about my way. See, Most people on here, unless they grew up with you, unless they're family, and even some family don't know you like that because you don't be around them. But most people, especially on social media, more than likely don't know you personally. What do they have? They have things that they can make up about you. They have things that they can say, certain thing that you did, and they can twist it around and turn it around and make it into something, and it favors them. Like there's so many ways that people can dissect you, but they really don't know you. See, I stopped getting upset so much when I start hearing people say things about me when I know me and the people that are around me every day or every other day know me. I stopped getting so upset because I understand this is social media. These are faceless people. And even if they have a face, they don't know you. People get so consumed, they almost about to have a stroke. They almost about to have a heart attack because they mad because and I get it. Some people do too much and they don't know when to stop. They don't know when to get off. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you. Please stay away from me. I don't hate nobody on here, but I don't want to fool with you. Move around. But you have those people they can't let go. So for people that can't let go, you just keep it moving. You keep it moving. They can stay there, but you keep it moving. You have to understand that people are sick in the mind. Most folks got mental issues. They have not been diagnosed. Most people are spiritually sick. Most people are mentally just gone. Emotionally, they just it's just like they're just numb to any type of hurt, love. They just are numb. So they don't care what they do to other people. They're so blinded by their own self-righteousness and they are dead wrong. Somebody can tell me today I did something, especially if I know, I probably did it. I'm not going to sit up here and say, well, you did this. I'm going to say, you know what? I probably did do that. Let me, if I'm wrong on that, I do apologize. Most people are so self-righteous, they can't see that they're wrong. So those type of people, to already ignore them and walk away. Social media is not meant to destroy you. But if you allow it to, it will. You got to know when to go away, when to log off, when to find a new hobby, when to get you a woman or a man, a friend or something. You have to remove yourself from social media sometimes. If you don't, you're going to become everything that you hate. You're going to become everything that you judge other people about. And so when I see myself, yeah, get some booty, get some booty, do something. Read a Bible verse. Go to church. Like I said, get a hobby. You gotta find something that gets your mind off of what is going on in social media, because you don't know these people. And even if you do know these people, that's when you definitely need to move around, because it can bring the worst out of you. It can have you saying things that you shouldn't say. Hey, Ryan, that you shouldn't say, that you shouldn't do. Some of us, hey Taryn, we were raised with boundaries. We was raised to have self-respect for ourselves. We were raised to have self-control. When I was growing up, my people taught me about having self-control. You can't always say how you feel. You can't always do what you want to do, because I understood with that it comes when I get uncontrolled, I can have consequences that I might not be ready for. Hey, Billy. I might not be ready for. What's up, Scorpio? So, you know, people have their different, I would say, different ways of how they deal with things. Some people feel like, hey, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. As Uncle L said, do you, boo. Um, some people gonna say what they want to say. They don't have any, some people feel like I don't give a damn about boundaries. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm gonna do what I need to do. And hey, if you can live with that, if you can you know deal with the consequences that come with it, hey, do you, boo. But if you one of those people that got a lot to lose, and you know that your time and your energy is valuable, I would choose wisely on what I entertain. Some things and some people are not worth entertaining. And only you know that. The only thing that I really did not want social media, YouTube, or whatever to do to me is to bring out the worst in me. I've had moments where the worst has been brought out in me, right? Things that I even tried to hide or I'm still working through. Um, and that's why it's good to have emotional intelligence where you're able to recognize your emotions as well as recognizing other people. And you learn how to control and how to manage what you're feeling and what you're dealing with. That's why a lot of the things, I'm not going to say I've never jumped out the window because I've have, but that's why a lot of the times I don't jump out the window like I used to, because I understand jumping out the window can make things a lot worse. It's like putting fuel on the fire. It's already a little fire there, and then you put that fuel on it and it just flares up, right? Hey, Meek Meek. And so I recognize that about myself. So I was kind of like, you know what? Let me kind of step back because I know I get in my feelings sometimes. I'm a female. I get emotional a lot of the times. And sometimes with me being an overthinker, I misread things. And I overanalyze everything. And it's not that serious on some things. But since I know my personality and my traits, I kind of just like, you know what? I got to step back and just kind of just see for myself, and kind of regroup. Um, because a lot of the times, hey CC, a lot of the times I'm not right all the time. I misread things, I misjudge things, and I can admit that. So before I jump out the window and say something that I regret and ruin relationships, even relationships before they start, I just kind of just kind of be quiet and observe a little bit more than I have before. And that's a part of having emotional intelligence is you're not jumping out the window on everything. You're not going by your feelings and or what you think a person may have said or did. You kind of learn to just watch, observe. Don't always be so impulsive, right? That's a part of emotional intelligence. But these people out here, and some people, like I said, in your in my family, in your family, even some of y'all, even me at times, we don't give a damn at times. But those we don't give a damn sometimes can sometimes cause us to be in more trouble than we intended on being in, and stand a little bit longer than we expected to stay in, right? Right. Don't add extra lighter fluid to to charcoals. We know how you know how that's gonna go. So I would just say, if it's too much for you, if you find yourself where social media is bringing the worst out in you, I would suggest that you take some time away. If you feel like you can handle it, if you feel like that you don't care what you say or do, then hey, that's who you are. That's what you want to do. That's God gives us free will. Do what you do. But if you actually know that you don't want the worst to come out in you, that you really don't want to be that person, log off. Find something else to do. Um, take some time apart away where you can kind of reflect. You know what most people don't do, because we so busy on social media, we so busy looking for views and likes, we don't do a lot of self-reflection. Self-reflection to me is an art that most people should get into, because knowing yourself and knowing where you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally is, all those different aspects. Like, that's to me is most important. I have to do a lot of self-reflection, and because if I don't, my responses will definitely be very immature and impulsive. So I have to do some self-reflection, and I have to figure out, okay, how am I going to respond to this, if I'm going to respond at all? How am I going to deal with this situation, if I'm going to deal with this situation at all? How am I going to deal with this person or these people, if I'm going to deal with it at all? Because I know me on a lot of stuff, sometimes I just walk away, because it ain't going to be something that I think will actually be a successful conversation. Because I know that at times I allow my temper to get in the way. So with me knowing myself, I don't even entertain it, because I understand that this person is on bullshit, and or they're on a level where I know that can maybe reach my level of pettiness or nastiness. So I walk away, because it's going to make me look worse. It's going to make me feel worse, most of all. A lot of the times people get upset because they can't control things. You can't control anybody. You can't control people on social media. Only person you can control is yourself and your behavior. I don't understand why people want to put me as if, I try to have it all together. I'm so level headed. Hey, Grow Tech, I'm not that. It's nothing but the grace of God that I haven't went ballistic on most of these people on here. It's nothing but the grace of God that I'm not on here trying to find where people are or sending people out to get folks. So that's why I said you're going to have a life. And that's what it helped me. Having a life outside of YouTube will help a lot of people. Number one, you're not going to be so consumed with what's going on, because you're so consumed with your real life. Some people need a job outside of YouTube. Go and get you a job where you spending less time on here. Your mind is preoccupied with other things. Go get you a significant other. And if you can't find that, if you haven't found the right one, which is understandable, find you a friend, find you some type of organization, find a hobby, go exercise, do something. I can't stress that enough, because, hey, Willie, a personal life is so much more valuable than being on any type of social media, getting likes and views and having conversations with people that you don't know and that you'll never meet. It's so much more fulfilling when you can live your life and get to know people in your real life. And like I said, self-reflection has been lost in our society. Most people are always blaming other people for what they got wrong in their life, or looking at other people's lives and judging them and criticizing them. What about your own? Judge and criticize yourself. Quit trying to give unsolicited advice to people that don't care about your advice. Focus on you. When I started focusing on me, I started seeing my own faults. I start seeing things that I can work on. I start seeing things that I actually am doing better. I start having more confidence in myself, because I understand where I came from and where I am right now and where I might be going. Hey, Naomi. Hey, Don. Hope I spoke to you, Willie. So people need to worry about themselves. Worry about you. When I wake up in the morning, I'm not worried about what's going on with you, with this person, that person. I'm worried about what's going on with me. How I'm going to make it, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to move forward. That's what I'm worried about. I don't worry about everybody else and what they got going on, because guess what? I don't care. And when more people focus on themselves instead of criticizing and being judgmental and so self-righteous that they got it all together, when their life is trash, when they struggling, when they going through mental breakdowns, then you can be have a better life. You're not going to be worried about what I got going on, because you're going to be worried about getting yourself right, getting yourself together, getting your finances right, getting your spiritual life right, getting your mental right. That's what you're going to be worried about. You're not going to be worried about nobody else. And that's one thing I see on social media. People worry too much about other people's business and what they're doing on their particular platform, on what they're doing with their life. Hey, Movado, how they see things in their perspective. My perspective and my opinions is my opinions and my perspective. And I can see it and say it the way I want to. And I don't need you to come behind to tell me and critique me on how I should say and do. One thing that I've learned, not to allow people to control my platform. From the last time I checked, my name is Selena. It's not anybody else's name on my platform. So that's who I'm concerned about, me. And whatever your platform or whatever you're doing on social media, that's yours. Worry about yours, right? I saw some disturbing things. I heard some disturbing things. I'm not going to touch that, because I understand there's some things I'm going to speak. I'm going to say names. And then there's some things, you know what? I'm just going to allow people to wonder because I want to. I'm just that damn petty, right? So I just think that social media is a platform that you're meant to have fun. It needs to be an extension of you, what you like, an extension of your personality. And you guys are going to be seeing more of that. You're going to see, especially me enjoying myself. And that's why I don't get too crazy and upset with people, because again, I have a real life outside of YouTube, and I can't stress that enough. And if more people would have that, they wouldn't be so angry and so worried about what other people do. Hey, April, thank you for coming through. They wouldn't be so worried about other people and what they doing, what they got going on, who they talking to, who like them, who don't like them, who they get into it with, who they don't get into it with, what they say to another person, what they don't say. Like, nah, look, I don't have that much time. I'm so worried about me and the people that I love that I don't have time to be worried about people that I don't know. You get it? And another thing I see, people are too emotionally invested. Hey, girls, dad, not emotionally invested with none of these people, especially anymore. My emotional investment is zero. Hey, Deborah, with people on here. Now, there's a few people that I like. There's a few people that I actually have a rapport with, some type of relationship with. And of course, I care about them. Because I have some type of relationship with them, right? But the rest of it, I'm not going to be emotionally involved with it. People will want you to speak on certain things, and if you don't speak on certain things, then you're scary. No, that just means I'm minding my business, because I know that people can't accept the truth. When you tell the truth on how you really see a matter, people get upset. They don't want to hear it. They want to do lives on you for a whole week or a month because you give your opinion on something, right? So what is the point of telling people that don't want to hear the truth? And then you could say, well, it's your opinion. Okay, well, if it's my opinion, right, on how I see the matter, then I should be able to say that without being nailed on the cross. But that's not how people do it on here. People are not. Thank you so much, Miss April. I appreciate it. People are not logical. they're so busy trying to prove your opinion to be false. And it's like, that is my opinion. You know that most opinions are not based in facts. It's just your perception. You know that, right? So you are having an argument or trying to disprove my opinion on a matter. So there's some things I will speak on. I will say names, like I told you before. There's some things, because I know how silly and people that are not logical, they can't accept my opinion. So I don't speak on it because I know the type of people that I'm dealing with. See, somebody can give me their opinion about me. I can accept it or I can not accept it, right? And that's okay. That doesn't make their opinion true. It's just their opinion. But I can leave it at that. Most people on this app, they can't do that. They got to rebuttal, do live streams. They got to post everything, community walls. I mean, this is the mentality of the people that you're dealing with. The spirituality is non-existent. The mental is down the drain. Emotionally, they're numb to anything. They have no compassion. They have no sympathy. They have no empathy. It's all about them and how they feel. Forget how you feel. Forget that you're another human being. Forget that you have a right and opinion to speak on how you speak. Well, if you can speak, I can speak, right? No. Now, again, there's some things I'm going to speak on because I want to say it. And I don't care how much fire I get from it because that's how I feel at the time. But then there's some things I'm not. Hey, SJ, I know I got enough wisdom to know if I want to entertain the problems or not. And there's some problems and there's some people I do not want to entertain. Some things you got to know yourself, to thy own self be true. If you can't handle it, you need to log off YouTube. If you can't handle it just for a little bit, you might have to just disappear for just a tad bit and come back when you're ready. Because social media is not for the faint at heart. You actually have to have some thick skin, and you actually have to really have some really I would say blinders on, and you got a lot of times ignore a lot of people, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself a nervous wreck. You're going to find yourself angry at everybody, paranoid. It's going to even affect your real relationships outside of YouTube. Now you really messed up when you do that. And one thing YouTube has not did to me is affect my real relationship outside of YouTube. It's actually made me better with my relationships outside of YouTube. I actually appreciate people more, especially the normal people, because I met so many crazies. So it will definitely make you appreciate the real people that's in your corner. It will make you appreciate the people that you actually enjoy spending time with. See, and I'm going to say this one thing. I got some great friends. I have a few, like I said, a few friends on here that I have grown to know and getting to know. And I enjoy that, when I'm talking to them and, around them or whatever. Even my friends outside of YouTube, my family, people that, I have a relationship with in some capacity. And, it really keeps me grounded. If you don't have real people in your corner, if you don't have like real people that will tell you when you're right or wrong, real people that actually know you, you're going to be constantly on any type of social media platform searching for friends. And most of these people are not your friends. They're your friends for the time being, until you make them mad and then it's on and popping like fish grease. They gonna expose, they gonna lie, they gonna do all that to make you look like the worst person that they in the whole wide world, the fakest person that they've ever met, the evilest person that they've ever met. I mean, we talk about projection and deflection. So you need to have real friends in real life. You really need to have real people in your real life. You really need to have real family members that you actually enjoy. Again, I always talk about family because family is most important to me. Most families, I don't care what, if you come from a great family, I come from a great family. We dysfunctional as hell. Every family has a dysfunction. Why? Because it's filled with people, imperfect people. But one thing I can say about my family, I come from a good family where we hold each other down. And we ain't gonna let nobody. I don't care if I have a problem with my sister, you better not talk about it, because I'm gonna be on that ass. Or my cousins, or my aunties, my uncles, whoever. That's how my people are. We don't allow other entities. We don't allow other people and situations to interfere with our family circle, because we understand family is all we got. So that's another thing that keeps me grounded. See, people on here can't tell me nothing about me. Why? Because I know me and my people know me. They know who I am. They know my faults. They know my good, the good things about me. Can't nobody make me feel different, because I know me and the real people know me. The people that actually I share blood with, I grew up with, I've been around. So can't no Negro or no Negrette tell me about me. You have to have a strong foundation of good people around you. You're going to get so consumed on this internet, you're going to lose relationships. You're going to lose real people in your life. You're going to be going at folks you don't need to be going at. You're going to be speaking on things and saying things you don't have no business saying, because you hurt and you're mad at the time. Learn to separate yourself. Learn to have boundaries for yourself. Don't keep being a fool and everybody's fool and thinking you just telling people how you feel. You giving the devil more, to me, you giving the devil more energy when you do that. You giving all of his imps and all evil spirits all the permission to do what they want to do in your life, because you allow your mouth to get ahead of you. Like, some things, it's not worth the fight. Some things you have to just count it as, hey, it is what it is. People are going to be people. But never let any type of social media platform affect your family, your friendships. Never. That's what and to me, when they started making YouTube, it was YouTube. It was about you as the content creator, as the creator. It wasn't about destroying. Hey, Young Riz, it wasn't about destroying other people. It was about talking about you, what you doing, what kind of hobby you doing, and showing people how, whether it's fixing a car, whether it's showing people how to dress or put on makeup, whether it's telling your experiences on life and how you dealt with it. YouTube wasn't meant to destroy people, but because people are the way they are, that's what it has become. It's becoming to a shit show. It's becoming to a whole circus. People are just so loose with their mouth. It's just, it's unbelievable to me. The type of stuff that people get into and say and do to folks, and think it's not going to be any repercussions. Like, you might not get it then. You might not get it right now, but you're going to get it in some type of way. Like I said, karma always comes looking for you. Whether it's good or bad, you're going to get it either way. Right? There's some things that I said. I'm telling you, I said it with my whole heart. I didn't care at the time. And I understand we all had those moments. Sometimes you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I get it. Because some people be doing too much and they don't know when to move around, right? But, even now, I'm just learning to be like, let me count the cost. That's going to cost me my energy that I'm not willing to, because I need my good energy. I don't want somebody to keep making me. It's kind of like, have y'all ever, I have a problem with road rage. Some of y'all may have seen it. People get on my nerves, how they driving. One thing that I learned the other day when I was driving, somebody cut me off out of the blue. Just cut me off. Just disregarded that my car was actually, I was driving 40, residential, street, driving, 30 to 40, right? This car just zooms right in front of me. One thing about me with road rage, it upsets me because it's like, you're doing too much. You need to slow down or you need to go to the other lane. Why do you have to cut people off? And then they don't even put a signal light on, right? So when I got beside the female, I gave her two big, I flipped off with two fingers, right? It was inappropriate, right? I did it. And then you know what her response was? As she's putting her phone on me after she's the one that jumped in front of me. You mad, right? You mad, right? Now, what if I was an evil person, an impulsive person, and I just reached down and got, my Glock and shot her? You see where that could go? I could be in prison because I'm trying to prove a point because somebody made me mad, right? Her response was, "You mad, right?" So instead of me reaching down, of course I got my phone because y'all was y'all was on YouTube, y'all saw it. I put my phone facing her, and I said, "Bitch, you mad, right? You mad, right, bitch?" It still was inappropriate. What I'm saying is that energy, even though I felt that way, it didn't even have to. It didn't even have to go there. I could have let that little bird cut in front of me, just counted as this a stupid person, an inconsiderate person, and move around. I didn't even have to give my energy in any kind of way to that bird. But because I have an ego and I wanted to prove a point and I wanted to be extra petty and I wanted to let her know, I don't even know what I want. I just wanted to just say something to her. Just ego. I wasted energy. I wasted time. I could have just let her cut me off, kept it moving. Or ignored her. When I got to the light, just didn't even turn around and look at her. But as people, we got egos. We got some bad behavior, you know what I'm saying? And we don't always think things through. We sometimes can be impulsive. And one thing, there's some type of, especially I always say that there's some good pride and there's some bad pride. The bad pride is when you're so full with your ego, you're trying to prove a point. And that's how a lot of people get unalived out here. They're trying to prove a point. And so I kind of regressed on that moment. But it taught me a lesson in that. Just like I'm not going to allow people to play me like a puppet on here, I got to use that also in my everyday life. Even when somebody cuss me off and I want to cuss them out or flip them the bird. Like I said, I can use that lesson in every aspect of my life because self-control is very essential. Emotional intelligence is very essential. And if you still do not understand it, you look up the dictionary word, hey Clarence, of what emotional intelligence is, what self-control is, and learn to apply it to your life. But because we dealing with people that don't give a damn, it ain't gonna help no way. Most people, they'll hear this, it'll go one ear and out the other, or they'll critique it and try to break everything down that I say and say, well, why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you say this? Take it for what it is. If you don't like the message, move around. If you want to critique the message, critique yourself. That's what I do. I'm my worst critic. I don't need you to help me. Critique yourself. Watch your behavior. Quit critiquing other people. Quit thinking you self-righteous and got it all together. See, is that jacket that people tried to put on me is if I had, think I'm better than other people, that's your insecurity. It's not mine. I know I'm a hot mess. I know I have things that I need to work on. I know I have different behaviors that are not appropriate. I don't make excuses for them. I call it for what it is. It was wrong. It was petty. I had an ego problem. I'm either too prideful, whatever. Just call it for what it is. Don't be worried about what I got going on. Worry about yourself. Worry about your flaws. Worry about your things that in your life that's holding you back. See, a lot of people are so busy pointing at other people's flaws and what they say and what they do when their life is falling by the wayside. It's one thing on social media. You can be anybody you want to be on here. You can be a gangster. You can be a bad bitch. You can be a scammer. You could be all types of things on here. Because for some social media is like a fantasy world for a lot of these folks on here. But I want to be real and live and actually just be real with y'all. Like, I ain't got it like that. I had people that say I was weird when they the weirdest motherfucker ever lived. And then I have people saying all kinds of crazy shit. But my thing is none of that's gonna really get down in my spirit because I know who I am. No, we don't need no reunion, Meek. She can be gone as well. That's one of the people like, nah, we ain't have no reunion. Keep it moving. No offense to you. Hey Tamika, how are you? So I just I look at that and I'm just like, it's just some things, you have to really learn to know your weaknesses. You got to know your strengths, and you just can't allow YouTube to take, or any type of social media platform, Instagram, TikTok. You can't let that get to the point where you become a different person, or you become the worst, I would say the worst part of you, because we all have a good and a bad side. There's nobody exempt from it. Nobody is all the way good. Nobody's some people are all the way bad, but nobody's all the way good. We got something going on. We got some pride issues. We got some insecurities. We got some what else? We got some hateful issues. We got some impulsive. We got some problems. So while you sitting up there judging other people from being a hot mess, look at your own hot mess, right? Look at your own hot mess. Don't focus on other people and what they doing, how fake they are. They the fakest bitch. They the fakest this. They this, they that. Focus on your mess. Focus on how you can change your life. Focus on who you are as a person. Quit focusing on everybody else. Quit focusing on other people's platform. If you don't like their platform, stop looking. That's one of the things that I wish more people would do. If you don't like me, if you don't like my platform, if you don't like hearing my voice, stop watching me. There's no need for you to watch me unless you're just being nosy and then you still trying to critique. What you trying to critique? People gonna like me if they like me, and people that don't, they not. What are you trying to prove? That's why I said people need to focus on their platform, what they got going on. Quit focusing on what other people are doing with what they're doing in their platform, what they say out of their mouth. My opinion is my opinion, and it's going to be my opinion till I die, unless I decide to change it. I don't ask for no unsolicited advice from people that I don't fool with, period. If you ain't had my best interest at heart from the beginning, you don't have it now. So your advice is null and void. That means it's not worth anything to me if people don't know what that means. Okay? So I don't really give a lot of advice, even though this may seem like I'm giving advice, which I am to an extent. I'm giving advice because I had to tell myself that when I talk about what I see, I'm talking about me first. I always start with me and how I dealt with situations. Either I was successful at it or I was unsuccessful. I talk about me first. So if I'm going to give anybody any type of advice, it's going to start with me. I'm not going to tell you on something that I don't know about. I'm talking about stuff that I actually know and I've dealt with. So, yeah, that's the difference between me and other people's advice. They telling you stuff. I'm like, your advice is not needed. I'm talking about things that I've dealt with because I want to help other people that have issues with being able to manage themselves on social media. And again, I haven't always been successful at it. Actually, a lot of times I fail because I allowed my emotions to take control rather than my logic. So I can admit that. If more people admit that they allowed their emotions to take over their logic, they might have a chance to grow. But because they think they always right in whatever decision that they made when they was dead wrong, they'll never grow. Their growth is stunted. They can't go beyond where they are because they can't even admit to their own flaws. I'm not the smartest person in the class, but I definitely ain't no dumb motherfucker either. I got enough sense to know when to do things and when to move on, or when I'm wrong or when I'm right. And when I know I'm right, can't nobody tell me nothing different. And when I know that I have some, maybe I could have made a mistake on a certain thing, I'll have enough sense to say, you probably were right. I probably did do this and I was wrong on that. I don't have a problem with admitting when I'm wrong or my faults. But what I know, and I know, you can't make me see nothing different. Right? So all I'm saying is social media is not for everybody. At one time I didn't think it was even for me because I'm like, these people are nuts. But I just know how to manage myself better on here. And if you feel like you gonna act a fool, say the most, you need to get the hell up off here. And that's just point blank. Because it's ultimately going to be ruining you. It's not going to ruin other people. It's going to ruin you. So this is not a message that's directed to anyone. It's this what I have experienced being on social media and how I see so many people on social media just falling by the wayside. Not just in every sector on YouTube. I see so much drama going on. I'm like, why? Why are we still talking about this? Why are we still doing it? Hey Rachel, how are you?
Blessings, Selena. How you doing?
And this is an open panel, so I'm putting the link in the chat. If anybody would like to come up and talk, you're more than welcome. Oh, that's okay, Meek. It's not that serious. I'm not that I'm not that overly sensitive. I have my sensitivities, but I'm not overly sensitive. I just, especially I'm learning on here, you can't take everything to be offensive. People's opinions are their opinions or their suggestions. So I don't get too upset about that. I'm not emotional basket case where I'm just going off on people in the chats. I don't, unless they just really just attacking me and just being rude. But I don't have a problem with that. Okay, go ahead, Rachel.
My bad, my bad. He spent some gems up here, and it's true. A lot of us come on this John with our emotions, right? Not
Mhm.
knowing how to take accountability for our words and our actions.
All right.
And I know later on I'm gonna be doing this live, right? This mom that she got unalived, right, doing an argument through Facebook. And I feel as though that this mother should have, logged off online. The situation with this mother was, right,
Mhm.
her child got unalived because of a situation that she started, right?
Right. I seen that. I
Yeah,
seen that.
she let her friend put a battery pack on her back and gas her up. Right now, she comes on
Right.
social media, and because her friend said that this person was saying this about her, she started all this drama, I guess, on social media, and ended up getting driven over by the person that she was having this confrontation with on social media with. And
What?
like, yeah, she got unalived. That's the reason why this mama got unalived.
What's the
Like,
name
yeah,
of that story? What was the
I
lady's
mean,
name?
search up angry mom. I'm not going to say the word KILLED. 5 days after, let me see. Oh, angry mama unalived. You got to use the K word though.
Mhm.
5 days after burying son from fight she started. Kayleen Davidson.
Okay, 5 days. I'm gonna share this with these. I'm gonna
That
share this with my people on here because I saw that and I said, "What? I need to cover this story."
yeah,
So
somebody
I'm
sent
kind
me
of
that junk through Instagram, and now I'm trying to research. I was going to do the live earlier, but I was like, wait, I need to get a little more details on this because this
and
shit
her
is
name
deep.
is what?
I think her name is Kate. Let me see. Wait, let me get back to the video. I'm sorry because I was watching the video on it. Her
Kay
name is Kaylin. Let me see. I think I'm saying it right. KAYLYNN Davidson.
Y L. Yeah, you said Davidson.
Yeah,
I seen that and I was like, wait a minute, what? But I said
hmm
some of these older people, they just as ignorant as some of these kids. I
she.
mean, they start a lot of stuff too.
But she
Um,
should have took the time off of social media. Like she would have still been here for her older son. You see where I'm coming from? And she let
right.
her friend. My whole point is you let your friend gaslight you. Like you let her put a battery pack on you. Like you just lost your child for whatever the reason was, right? And it has to do, with a weapon. With people having how can I say weapons in their homes, right? So at the end of the day, right? I mean, I'm not sure why the grandma. I mean, I'm doing my research on the story.
Hennessy. Uh-huh.
In my opinion, I'm not sure why the grandmom's still free because it seems like the grandmom of the child, her son, right, has something to do. I guess the gun was in her possession, and now that's how the child got unalived. The grandson, Tyler Jackson, that's the mother's Kayleen Davidson's son. But my whole thing is, you just lost your son. Now 5 days later, you come on social media and start a whole bunch of shit. Isn't that the reason why your child got unalived in the first place, according to, the reports and stuff like that? Some shit went down. And now you're on social media, boom, 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 starting some shit. Now you unalived by somebody else on social media because you couldn't keep your emotions intact. You shouldn't have been on social media.
I don't even know.
Maybe I'm
Can you
wrong.
hear me?
This, I said, oh shit, I didn't even know you was off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
don't know. My laptop just went blank. I was gonna try to show it, but I guess in the middle of me trying to show the video, it had to reboot all of a sudden. But
You should
yeah,
do a
I'm
live
like
on it, Selena. Like, I
perfect
think,
timing. Yeah, so the lady Caitlin, she's sitting up there talking all that trash on Facebook.
Facebook.
And now the people that unalived her, was it the same people that unalived her son?
No, that was somebody else. A total different person.
See, you talking all that mess. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Now my computer has started back up. Let me see. I'm gonna try to share that because I want people to see it. And it, but like I said, people can still see the same thing what folks do, and they'll do the exact. They keep doing it. It's like, why
Yeah.
do these folks? I don't know if people are just as hard headed like they used to say back in the day, or they just really just that slow that you don't see that people are actually losing their lives for people's reckless behavior online. Like
That's
I don't understand these people's mindset. And they don't care, which is weird. It's so strange to me.
I, I feel
Um
like there's a mental health crisis going around, right? And what's crazy is that we, the view, I'm gonna say we because I'm not just a content creator, I'm also a viewer. You see where I'm coming from? I'm also a consumer. I pay sometimes memberships on certain panels. You see where I'm coming from? Like at the end of the day, right, we ask for certain things. So we, how can I say, we validate these things. So a lot of people think, all right, they're gonna notice me, they're gonna click, they're gonna view, they're gonna hit that like button, they're gonna share this before they share something positive. So fuck it, let me go do this online. I'm going to get noticed faster. And unfortunately, not realizing that this is how we're losing our lives in this generation. Oh shit! Hey, he remixed me. Hey.
Okay, here I am. I'm back. Okay, let me share this live. Hopefully I will. Oh, it went away. Let me go back to it. Hey L Boogie. I'm gonna go back to it. I had to get it off my phone. And I'm gonna try it again. Let's see, Angry Mom. I'm gonna pull this up. And I want to share this with you guys. Hey, Miss Collins. I gotta find it. Okay, let me get it. Okay, so this young man, his name is Young Tummy Network. He was talking about it. He was doing his commentary on it. So I'm gonna share a little bit of it as well.
Sound like a crazy story. I ain't seen it yet, but I want to watch it with y'all. Let's get straight into it.
So this is the mama that's bending over the casket. Now he was unalive because of what was he doing on social media?
Huh?
What was the son doing on social media? Why did
the son got unalive? It seemed to have something happened, I guess, in the family home with a situation the mom started. It was a situation she started.
She started.
Mama started. The mom started. So it seems like in the grandmom's house, right, there was a gun. Somebody got a hold of that weapon and her child got unalived. You see where I'm coming from? Mm-hmm. We're not sure who the gun belongs to. I'm just looking at reports and trying to get further and more details into this. So I could also do a live. But the whole thing is, right, she started that situation that cost her son's life. Then she comes online while she's grieving and loses her own life after that.
Wow. Okay, let me play a little bit. This is what shouldn't have this shouldn't have even happened, but because people are so we're so ruled by our emotions, we're so ruled by our pride. This is the kind of stuff that happens. You be over the casket. Now, this young man didn't even have to die, but because of his mama being who she is, an emotional basket case, and we all have been that to a certain extent, right? And look what has happened. She bending over the casket. If nobody else, she should be mad at herself.
Because I feel like I can't live without my son, right? What one of you motherfuckers think I do, y'all? For real. Listen.
Young man that got killed, unalive. This is his mother.
Stop. Don't do that. Because I can't take it.
Hey, Taryn.
Like, no, for real, though, what do y'all really think?
All right.
Like, if they're my thoughts, and I've been fighting this demon since Saturday.
Yeah, that's
if them the demons I'm fighting within myself, do you think I give a flying fuck about anybody else?
Losing a child is devastating. It reshapes you. For Kaylin Davidson, grief came fast and merciless. Her 5-year-old son was gone, and before she could even lay him to rest, something unthinkable happened. The memorial she created in his honor, candles, balloons, tokens of love, was torn apart, destroyed. As if losing him wasn't cruel enough, someone made sure to twist the knife. Some brushed it off as drama. Others knew better. Kaylin wasn't one to let disrespect slide, especially not when it came to her baby. She had her suspicions, and she planned to confront them. But grief has a way of clouding judgment. And sometimes, when pain turns into rage, things unravel in ways no one expects.
You see that? So this was a small child. And whatever, I'm going to let this play a little bit more. But you hear what the person that's doing the commentary was saying, how grief and the rage that she felt, and which is understandable. Somebody unalive your child. I don't care what this woman did. That's a child. But, some people don't care. That's why you need to watch what you say.
Facts.
And watch what you do. But see, people can see these stories all day long and still keep messing with people. Like, your karma might not come the way you expect it. It might not come, it might not even come the same day. It may not come even the same year, but it's going to come. Watch what you be doing to people.
Lynn wasn't the only one carrying something heavy that day, and not everyone walks away when tempers explode. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads.
I love you.
Kaylin may have been a bother to some, but to her family, friends, and most importantly, her sons, she was everything. Born and raised in South Bend, Indiana, Davidson was a loud, talkative, fun-loving girl who grew into a hardworking mother of 2. Her firstborn, Kylan Miller, was smart, strong, and loyal, a big brother who adored his baby sibling.
All right. I got to tell you something.
Okay, I'm fast with it.
Her older son is the real victim.
A 5-year-old ball of brilliant.
Her oldest son is the real victim.
Yeah, he's left. He's left. He just lost his mother. He lost his brother. You see where I'm coming from? He lost a lot of people behind whatever just happened with, his mom's situation.
And if he don't get help, he gonna fall right into the same shoes his mother
exactly
is in, because a lot of times when especially young Black males do not deal with their anger, their rage, they get into situations where they're either in the prison system or they're unalive themselves. So it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. And it's like he's already set up. His life is already set up to fail, basically. But parents are responsible on what they do. Everything a parent does, whether whatever they do, whether they speak on other people, do things evil to other people, it will always fall back on their children. That's why you have to be careful on what you do. Your karma may not come back to you. It may come back to your children. I don't understand. These folks need to watch what they're doing, but they gonna look at these type of stories and keep doing the same thing that they've been doing and saying the same thing they've been doing and say, I don't care. That's how I feel. Your feelings can have you in a grave. Your feelings can have you in prison. Your feelings can have you losing a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of peace because of your feelings. Let me keep going.
And energy. He spoke like a grown man, read better than most middle schoolers, and had already qualified to attend Kennedy Academy, a school for gifted kids. His parents, Kaylin and Derek, though no longer together, were both proud as hell. Kaylin was
No disrespect, but that baby light skin. How did baby come out that light skin, bro?
Okay, we
And
ain't
both
gonna go
but
through
not
it.
everyone loved her hustle or her mouth. According to spectators, she could be loud, confrontational, and unapologetically bold.
Basically, she was ratchet, and I'm not trying to judge her, but from what they're saying in the description, without coming out and saying it, which a lot of people sometimes can be, especially well, people in this day and time. I'm not trying to be offensive, so I'm just gonna say it that way. But a lot of times, we got some mouths on us, some disrespectful mouths, men and women, and we can really say the wrong thing. And we got a lot of people got the attitude they don't give a damn. And this is what I don't give a damn will get you. This is what I don't give a damn will get you.
So true.
One person who definitely wasn't a fan was Kimmery Wright, a 26-year-old mother, social media personality, and part-time fire starter who also juggled multiple jobs and had a flair for keeping drama alive. The beef? It started over pettiness. Reportedly, Kimmery laughed at a video of one of Kaylin's family members getting beat up. That didn't sit well. Soon after, Kaylin and her cousin pulled up to the
Man,
mall and jumped Kimmery.
So basically, over pettiness on Facebook, this girl here was laughing at the Kaylin woman, the one that got unalive, and they have been beefing ever since then. So that little thing right there caused all of this.
There, it turned into a full-blown feud. Online posts, backhanded comments, petty insults, two grown women with children acting like cast members from Baddies. And while they traded jabs and clout chased chaos, tragedy.
See, this is the baddies. This is the baddies. It started with Bad Girls Club when I was coming up as a teenager. Bad Girls Club was on. The girls was fighting. They're even worse now. So everybody wants to be a baddie. Everybody wants to be ratchet, loud, petty over the littlest things. They want to get upset and want to fight. They want to show who's the baddest. Just all this weird stuff. And it's like, it's not that serious.
We
And there's a lot of things. Yeah, like I was telling about road rage. Some things is just not that serious, especially if it's your life involved. And at the time, we ain't thinking about it like that. We just want to prove a point, right? But proving a point could be your last time proving something. It's just stupid.
Tragedy came knocking.
this is
On
really
April
crazy.
30th, 2022, Kaylin's son Kyler was visiting his maternal grandmother's house when things went horribly wrong. Derek, Kyler's father, had dropped
Oh,
him
he is
off,
light-skinned.
nothing unusual. But while in the home, Kyler and another young relative stumbled upon a gun. They played with it. Then suddenly, a shot rang out. Kyler was hit. He was rushed to the hospital and listed.
So
Gotta-
wait, they said that the mom didn't instigate this fight. It was the only true part about the report is that the gun was found in the grandmother's house. So it seems like two toddlers found a gun in the grandmother's house, and so that's why there's a lot of chaos behind this video saying, why isn't the grandmother in jail?
So
Oh
basically,
wow, I'm
it
so
was
sorry.
a gun there, and maybe some kids they were playing with the gun.
Yes, there was. Damn. See, and it was in the grandmother's house, so the report wasn't lying on that. All that part was true. But where do they get that the mom instigated anything?
Okay, let's keep playing.
It's crazy.
Let me see.
In critical condition. For 3 shortly after midnight, with no brain activity and no hope, he was removed from life support. Kaylin was shattered. The kind of grief that scrapes your soul and leaves nothing but rage and confusion behind. She turned to alcohol, to prayer, to Facebook. Her raw emotions poured out on her timeline.
See, it's a lot of people that go through a lot of things. We're all going through something, but it's a lot of people that's going through some really tragic situations. And when they come on YouTube, a lot of times they are mentally gone. So they're everything that they're going through in their life, they're spewing it out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and they are just basically pouring themselves out to the world. They're showing everybody what they're going through and their anger, rage, and everything, and they're drinking. They're doing so many other things, even doing drugs online, just to I guess numb their pain. So when you're dealing with people on social media, sometimes you're dealing with people that are mentally already gone. They're mentally unhinged, depending on what they're going through at the time. Now, people that's outside looking in at her story, looking at her online, they like, they don't really know that maybe all of this has happened. Some do. But if you outside looking in and this person going off on you, you would have no idea that this person just lost their son. What I'm saying is, a lot of the times when we dealing with people and messing with people or going back and forth with people, you don't even know what they're going through.
So true, yeah. And that's a problem that we have nowadays. And it's crazy because you constantly hear it now, and is what people are constantly asking for. Like, what they consider roasting isn't roasting. You're sitting here disrespecting and shaming somebody. Like,
very disrespectful. And people unalive folks for being disrespectful.
Facts. Out here in the real streets, the justice is different. Like, through social media, listen, what can I do? You see, if I'm going back and forth through social media with you, I can't get you. I can't put my fist through the damn screen and get you. I would have to wait till I see you in person. Exactly. People forget that, listen, some people do not forget what was said or what was shown on social media. And they might not see you today, but don't forget that the world is small. You see where I'm coming from?
Exactly. And we're 6 degrees of separation. A lot of times.
No, really?
6 degrees of separation. And my thing is, I learned to forgive. That's a process for me. I never forget. Never. Exactly. That's why people can't say, oh, I can remember everything. I can remember. I don't speak on a lot of stuff. I don't go back into the archives and here. I don't forget. I don't forget nothing.
True. That's why I get up. Like, listen, once I notice that certain things is like personal or it's dramatic, I leave the channel. I leave the panel. Because I've learned my lesson on these social media streets. First of all, you can't help nobody. And on here, they want you to pick a side. So at the end of the day, it's like, oh, if I have to pick a side, I pick me. Because I know that I'm not going to turn on myself.
Yes, indeed.
So at the end, it's like, it don't work like that on here. Like, you have no friends on social media. You have to be careful. And what's crazy is that all this over whatever was said on social media. This woman lost her life.
And again, go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, you're good. We have a tendency of not being able to control our emotions. And if we can't do it offline, what makes us think that we could do it online? Some of us, we hurt when we're going through some traumas like this, tragedies like this, especially losing a loved one. She lost her child. I've seen so many moms lose their child, and I feel like that's the worst feeling in the world. I haven't lost mine. I'm blessed. I still got mine. I don't want to even think about that. So it's kind of like, why do we put ourselves through this knowing that on social media there's no free space? How can I say it? There's no safe space. The only safe space you have is the safe space you create, right? And like, how can I say it? As content creators, right? We're the only ones, right? We control our channels. It's up to us what we let happen in our platforms.
Right, that part.
So, the decision is up to us. So if we end up hurting somebody, I mean, I don't know how to put it down. Like, I wish Word was right here because he picks up right for me. But you get where I'm coming from. It's like we cause these problems and we're the only ones that could change them. It's my point. There you go.
Exactly. Let me finish playing it.
So did her fury, especially toward her own mother. She wrote, "This situation has exposed a lot of true feelings. There's no way I should be doing this without my mother. I know it's my choice, but the things she said to me and her actions got us to this place. I have not received a call or text from her checking on me or anything since this incident.
Wow.
Everyone is back to work and school like they ain't killed my baby.
Okay. I see what's going on.
Okay, let me go back to that. To the set. It says, she's okay. This situation has exposed a lot of true feelings. There's no way I should be doing this without my mother. I know it's my choice, but the things she said to me and her actions got us to this place. I have not received a call or a text from her checking on me or anything since this incident. Everyone is back to work and school like they ain't killed my baby and like it wasn't your grandson that passed while in your home, in your care. I'm so hurt because I know I will never speak to her, my sister, nephew, ever again in life. I'm so hurt and confused by all of this, I guess, negative attitudes towards my sweet baby. Y'all, I can't see that part. I'm okay, and I'm okay, and what she says, I'm not okay, and I'm finna lose my mind. Okay, let me keep going.
I see what's going on. That's my daughter, like she should though, but she probably just angry that there was a gun around.
So there
I'm
was
about
a
to
gun
lose my
around.
mind. Even with her grief boiling, Davidson swore she'd go all out for Kyler's funeral. But grief wasn't her only battle. Word got back to her that Kimmery had been making fun of her, talking slick about
So this girl had the same girl that she had a little small beef with about her laughing at one of her relatives being getting a butt kicked online. This
Right.
woman here was laughing that her child was unalive. Now, how evil and sick can you be? Just because I don't care I don't care. It could be an enemy that I have online. I would not ever sit up there and laugh and be happy that their child was unalive.
Facts. And you know what's the sad situation? That hold on. Okay. That this mom right here that sat there and laughed on the video and reacted, right? And I think she's the same one that unalived her, right? If I'm not mistaken. She left her kids alone too. She wasn't thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got two tragedies, two families destroyed over some social media drama.
Wow. Somebody, I just want to say this, and I'm gonna get back to what we were talking about. Somebody blocked Smitty yesterday. I don't know who it was. It could have been on an accident, but I asked people not to block people unless I ask you to, or somebody that I want to be blocked that may be coming up under a troll name. But Smitty has been in here. Smitty is he's Smitty. So don't block Smitty. I don't know who did it. It could have been an accident. So I'm not gonna just get upset about it, but I don't know. If I tell you, if you don't do something, don't do it. But it could have been an accident. I'll give you that. But I'm gonna go and check. I told them I would go and check and see and unblock him to see what's going on. But please do not block anyone unless I give you that permission to do so. Thank you.
about her son, about her parenting, about her pain. Kylin had enough. She got on Facebook Live for 30 minutes and aired it all out. She spoke on her mental state, on the disrespect, and she made it clear this was going to be handled after the funeral.
Kaylin and
Oh Lord, he got the. Let me see.
son on Facebook.
What?
We got into it with her a couple months ago. Weezy thought it was done. So today, I got 7 people in my inbox with a screenshot of her basically saying that, okay, Daryl. Basically her saying that a motherfucker talked about my kid, about me being a bad mom a couple months ago. Now look at the situation she in with her kid. So
to us, it looked like you was talking about Kaylin. So I got on the post and I said, "Are you referring to Kaylin?" She didn't say anything. So I inboxed her and I asked her, "Are you talking about Kaylin on your post?" And she definitely inboxed me back and said, "No, I wasn't talking about Kaylin." She said, I know y'all don't." I said, "Okay." She said, "I know y'all don't like me, but I don't play no shit like that. I prayed for that girl. I swear to God I did." And I
Okay, so the woman got in contact with this lady who's friends with Caitlyn, and she was asking, "Were you laughing at her losing her son?" And the woman said, "No, I don't play on that kind of stuff." So that's what's going on now.
I said, "Oh, okay, thank you," and left it at that. Okay, Caitlin's here. Let me add her. Why is the name not coming up on this bitch? Oh, there you go. There you go, Kay. Hold on, I see you.
Bro, she having a rough. I know be having bare hair days, but bro, come on.
So Kaylin ended up calling me after I said thank you to Shorty and telling me what the girl said to her in her inbox, how she called her bitches and this, that, the other. And that changed my thank you from thank you to fuck you. Once I heard that how you was talking to my friend, that's when my thank you turned to fuck you. I did
know
say
what I'm thinking about? She had other kids. She should have left with just one parent. It's crazy.
Thank you at first because you said she was praying for my friend. So I said, oh, okay, thank you, and left it at that. Until I talked to my friend, and my friend told me what was really being said to her in her inbox about the death of her son and the whole situation. My thank you turned to fuck you, and you can eat a sour dick at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So, Kaylin, you can say what you got to say, friend.
I'm not a likable person, and I understand that.
So she admits she's not likable. Like I said, in every situation, there's accountability. Like what happened to her son, it shouldn't have even happened. You know, people, when you have firearms, you do not need to be reckless with them. You definitely need to watch them around children, make sure they put in a safe place. So her family, her mother was sister, they were negligent of that. So let's just say that. But she's already made it known that she's not a likable person. And while all I'm saying is there's a cause and effect on everything we do. Everything. And sometimes it's like things are like a domino effect. Once you knock down one, all the rest fall. Just one decision, one way of responding to a certain situation, just it can make everything fall. And so she's already admitted she's not a likable person. So she has not so much responsibility to do with her son being unalive, but more responsible with her behavior in the reason of why she's unalive, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Can I point something out though?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if you noticed, right? Like she just came on, right? But the chick on the top is her best friend, right? And they both on social media. All right. So a comment was made that she didn't even notice, right? But the friend did. So this is all this over some petty shit that the friend could have just avoided, knowing that her friend was grieving. That's not a real friend right there. She didn't notice that comment. It went over her head. She should have just let it fly. This is not the moment. You know, maybe when my friend is calmer, I'll show her the comments. Maybe, we could talk about it a little, but you sat here, and this is something that a lot of people do, whether they're friends, whether they're just getting to know each other on social media. And I don't know if you notice it too, Selena, it's happening a lot on this sector, other sectors. People want to sit here, screenshot, and say, oh, look, this is being said about you. And boom, certain shit gets started. Right. This right here is a perfect example. And it's messed up because they're supposed to be friends in real life.
Exactly.
Social media.
Social media it can be a beast, but it's the people that's behind it. Social media is not meant to be like that, but the people behind it make it like that.
But you're not gonna play in my face. Nobody gonna play in my face when it comes to my baby. Like, period. You just not. She disrespectful. You in my inbox call me bitches and hoes. but then in the same breath saying, I actually prayed for you. I said, how you pray for me, but you speaking like that? Everybody knew that you was talking about me. Multiple people got this screenshot.
Instead of her going back and forth with this woman that's really a non-factor, she should be grieving and trying to heal from the situation. So her priorities is mixed up. It's about getting back at you. Really angry at your mother. You really angry at the fact that your son is gone, but you are putting it back on this woman who really is a non-factor. And at the end of the day, she's nothing to you. And like I said, if she's done something and has spoke ill and laughed, it will be karma will happen for her. But for her to be focusing so much in on this woman and then her friend feeding into it, you know, making it like I said, putting fuel on the fire. Here we go with this. She's focusing on the woman and what the woman has done, the woman that she don't like, when she need to be trying to grieve. Ugh, Jesus.
Of you. She's very disrespectful. My little cousin already beat you up under Akira's everything, and then you steady want to still be disrespectful. You know, I can't say too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On here about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
right. You know,
we ain't gonna speak on that. We just gonna speak on the situation.
There's a lot of people. I'm gonna just say this. There's a lot of people that love my baby.
Oh my
and there's
mama.
a lot of people that love me.
I swear to God. I'm one of them people, so don't think I'm gonna be able to see something.
Her name is Ass So Fat Like the Sun or something.
Yeah, don't think I'm gonna be able to see something and not say something.
She
I'm
was a
getting on
true
any
fan.
post that I think
She was
y'all
an
talking
OG.
about her in the situation. Anybody inbox me and ask me about it, I'm
But
definitely
then
letting you know.
but then when she shared it and she said, I love you too, Shayna. I miss y'all at work. But I love you too, Jay Twana. But you said when you shared the post, it was about the dude that passed, the one that always be talking about women, whatever. That had nothing to do talking about, yeah, you know, a bitch was just talking about me and about my kids, and now look what she going through. First of all, never talked about your kids.
Okay, look like this struggle stream.
Skip it up a little bit.
Way. It's called Otter.
Here for a long time.
Okay, let me.
But that's the situation.
I sent you a video that's not interrupted like that. It's in your back
Okay.
chat. Whenever you want to react to it, you got like a 33-minute video.
Okay, let me see what
She felt like she was being dragged into something that had nothing to do with her. And if Davidson wanted smoke, Kimmery wasn't backing down. On May 17, 2022, Kaylin found out through social media that Wright would be at Linden Grill. She got dressed, pulled up, and confronted her. Words were exchanged. Then Kaylin hit Kimmery. They tussled, and that's when Wright pulled out a gun. Davidson saw the gun and ran. Kimmery followed her to the exit and opened fire, shooting at Davidson and others as they fled the restaurant. Kaylin collapsed outside. She was rushed to the hospital, but her injuries were far too severe. 5 days after burying her child, Kaylin Davidson was gone. Wright was arrested on the spot and charged with murder and involuntary manslaughter. No bond, no TikTok dances, no Facebook Lives. While Wright sat in jail, Kaylin's family planned another funeral. On June 1st, Davidson was laid to rest beside her son. Her heart, broken beyond repair, was finally still.
So look at this. It's a cautionary tale, unfortunately. This didn't even have to happen. But this is what disrespect will get you. And people that have to prove something, they're gonna come and see about you. And the woman that came to see about it, she ended up being unalived herself, right? So us proving stuff to people, sometimes it ain't worth it. And us talking out the side of our mouth, it ain't worth it. But people do it anyway. And watch, they're gonna continue to do it. They're gonna continue to do what they want to do because they want to do it, and they could care less about anything or anybody around them. and that's just what it is. But like I said, karma is a thing that you will never be able to outrun. It's gonna come back for you, or it's gonna come back for your generation behind you. So either way, you're gonna get it back. So this was I appreciate you, Rachel, for coming up. And actually, let me see. Can you send that to my DMs, please? Instead of going out here. So just in case if I were to do it again, I could actually go and do it again without being interrupted. But I definitely appreciate you coming up and showing me some love, Rachel. It was a blessing that you even said what you said. You told me about this story because, like I said, I kind of saw it by passing, but I didn't really go into the video. But I just read the title and I was like, "What? This is crazy."
Yeah, so you my attention, like with everything that's going on. I mean, you know that I float around YouTube, right? And I see a lot of this happening. So it is something. This is a perfect example to show people, like, stop with the threats. I know that some of us got a lot of stuff going on, right? But it doesn't mean add on to it, right? We shouldn't let social media come home. And it's like a lot of us is not just bringing Hollywood to real life. We're bringing these social media platforms into our lives, and we're letting it destroy our lives. Instead of coming on here to, bring awareness or do what it is that we're going to do, right? And have some fun, live, love, and laugh. We're sitting here destroying our lives, right? Because like Selena said earlier, karma comes both ways, right? Goes both ways. Like, see, while karma could bring peace to me in my mind, it might bring enmity in yours, right? And while I'm sitting here, how can I while karma's bringing me grace, it's haunting you with no grace. So at the end of the day, my mind is free because I'm not here being malicious. I'm not on here. My intent isn't on here to try to harm or bash somebody. I'm not. Listen, if I'm grieving, I got to get off. And it's something that, I appreciate a lot of people. I've learned it when I was grieving with my brother, right? A lot of people was here showing me support, while others, we can't come and do that here on social media, because on social media, like, it is a place where people will sit here and take your kind for weakness.
That part, Rachel.
And I'm a perfect example of it, and I'm not ashamed to speak of it.
Yeah, and the thing about it, like you were saying, we kind of one of them people, we just want to be left alone and do our own thing. And when people want to keep on, you
give them what they want.
Picking and looking for something. This is like, dude, ma'am, move around. I'm not checking for you, going about your way. I got too much I gotta do. I ain't got time to be worried and going back and forth with you.
Not just that, Selena. I got too much to lose, and should I be scared of somebody that has nothing to lose, or should I be more scared of somebody that has something to lose? And I know that people you should be scared of somebody that has nothing to lose. No, because this motherfucker over here is willing to lose their life for somebody that they care about. So I got too much to lose. But I'm not going. So the same reason that that I have in my head that I'm not going to get in this bullshit because I got too much to lose, it's the same reason why I'm not going to start the same bullshit. So I'm going to take myself out the equation. All right, somebody's being petty. Hey, let them be petty. I learned from the last time. The second time you see me get into an I didn't get into an altercation. I got chased and stalked in this bitch. About speaking men's rights and shit. Like I'm saying, that's not my man. I'm not fighting for. He's not my man. He's over here. I'm like, that could have leaked into over here. See, because there's some women that is being jealous over another man that has nothing to do with her, that doesn't give a fuck about her. That could have leaked into my life, having my man thinking, oh, wait, you chasing another man? Listen, no, baby pops, listen to the whole story. Like, you see my point? Right, so we gotta be careful on what we do. So, like, that shit can leak. That's why I'm the way I am. When motherfuckers tell you she's a bitch, believe them. If they tell you she's an angel, believe them. Because I give back both. And it's right there and then. I don't got no time to sit here and argue. I got kids. And at the end of the day, I'm living by example. So,
like I said, people just need to move around and worry about them and quit so much trying to find a problem with people. Just let it go, man, woman, whoever. Let it go. Move on. Go on. Be the best you can be. Quit worrying about what I got going on. Worry about everybody else. Move
And I know
the
a lot of people have noticed that Selena is almost, I'm not going to say we're the same, right? We're like minded, but what I'm trying to say is by this, right? We're the same in one thing, right?
Mhm.
That at the end of the day, right, if you're seeking respect, I mean, if you're seeking validation on these social media streets, don't come to our channels, because at the end of the day, you don't got our respect. And I'm sorry to say it. And I peeped that. I was like, yo, yes, I'm not the only one like that. So Nina's like, hey, you seeking validation? Fuck you, because I'm not going to give it to you. I'm sorry to
No,
say it.
I'm not gonna do it. I messed around a lot of times and got, like I said, got in my emotions, got into, and I'm just like,
Exactly.
that kind of stuff right there. Like I told y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on, but if people that actually know me, they know I don't even tolerate nothing like that.
That's some
So,
real shit.
and in real life, I can't bust a break. I can promise you that. What's up, SVK? Thank you for coming through. Hey,
Let me get
KD.
that. Let me
The
get that.
beat. Yeah, but shout out to Rachel for coming up.
I got you, baby girl. Let me get
Yeah,
that because my daughter just woke up and she want food. So
well, tell her I said hello and
got
thank you
you.
so much for coming up. I'm about to end this live and get my day started. Well,
Okay,
I
okay,
haven't.
good.
My day's already
Great,
started.
great topic, great live. And it seems like you woke up thinking on my topic today, because as you can see, like I told you, this is something I was going to bring up later on. So I
Right.
appreciate you because you gave me a little more input, and you gave me, how can I say, how now I could talk a little better when it comes to my life. Like I got better questions to ask
So
now.
when are you going live?
Oh, that's tonight, not now.
Okay. Well, make sure you put your channel in the chat. If for those who want to sub up, please sub up to her. Hey, Action.
I got it.
Sub up to her. And I say
Hold on,
that if
mama.
you are a content creator and you have a wrench, a wrench in my live, on my channel, please put other people's channels in there as well.
Okay.
We have I Said What I Said has a channel. Please put her channel in the chat as well for people to check out her content. And you don't have to ask if you are a content creator and you want to put your channel in my chat, you are more than welcome to do so. I believe in networking. I don't want to be selfish and it be all about me. I want guys to know about your channel and what you are doing on your page. Um, Thank you so much, Willie. Thank you, Ms. Collins. Like I said, I want to bring different type of content and not get distracted with the bullshit. I'm just saying this is the advice that I have learned for myself. I even talk to myself. Most people think that's crazy, but I even have to talk to myself to kind of just regroup and change my way of thinking. Because if not, I'm gonna be in some shit all the time. And so I know that's not what I want. That's not what I want my platform to be. So that's why I just keep going and keep progressing. So shout out to you guys for making this live. Thank you, Miss April. I know you'll probably have left the building, but I thank Miss April for her super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for pressing the like button. And thank you, members, and thank you so much, Taryn. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I said what I said, chat in channel in the chat, as well as your channel, Rachel, for those who do not know about your channel. And like I said, the key, yeah, you're right, Willie. The key thing, one of the key things I will say, YouTube ain't for everybody. If it's not for you, you need to really make some adjustments, because if not, you're gonna find yourself in a world full of trouble that you didn't plan on being in, and you're gonna stay too far in it for too long. So my suggestion and what I have even told myself, if it gets too hot in the kitchen, let's move around. I always believe in your personal life matters. If nothing else, your personal life matters. Get you a life, find you something, somebody, an activity, do something. Get off of YouTube, get off of Instagram, get off of TikTok, get you a real life and enjoy your real life. And don't be so emotionally invested with people that you do not know. That will be the best thing that will keep you afloat. It will keep you halfway with a decent mind. And you won't be out here just going off and being paranoid with everybody and everything. So that is my advice that I give to myself, that I give to you guys, because before I give it to you, I got to give it to me first. I have to learn something. I have to deal with it. So that's the best thing that I can tell anybody, whether they're a subscriber, a creator, whatever you got going on. Hey, take you some time off. And if it ain't for you, get the hell up out of there before you act a damn fool. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. I'm out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a happy Saturday. Bye.
Selena.
It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good. We can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe. Yeah, you're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other, with the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana boo boo.